Good evening, everyone, and here I am with another video on Karakas. And today, specifically, which I'll be covering is Dhara Karaka. I'll not cover all the Karakas because you might have seen a lot of videos in which they tell you, okay, sun being the car, your Dhara Karaka, your spouse would be this. Moon being your Dhara Karaka, your spouse would be this. So, let's go ahead and before we go ahead, I'll request you all to subscribe to my channel and do like and share the video if you've liked it. And moving on to Karakas. Now, as we all know that we've got planets which have the highest degree in your chart. So say assuming moon has got somewhere around 28 degrees on the chart. So moon becomes your Atma Karaka. So what's your Atma? The Atma is the Atma Karaka is your soul within you. Okay. It would tell what kind of a soul you are, what is your soul purpose, what exactly you need to do, okay, in terms of that spiritual upliftment. Now when you're talking about the next level of it, say for example there is sun coming in on the next level, say somewhere around 25 degrees. Okay, you have a 25-degree sun. I'm not talking about the signs, which signs they are in. I'm talking about sun being at 25 degrees. It would become your amatya karaka. So whatever, what is your work, your profession, it has to be related to the sun. It will give you more growth because sun here is taking care of your career, your amatya karaka. That means what exactly you're made to do in the physical form. Now when the soul is sent, what exactly the soul needs to do to go ahead and fulfill its journey on earth? There's something very important also called as a Dhara Karaka, which is the planet which holds the lowest degree on the chart. This planet which holds the lowest degree on the chart is called the Dhara Karaka. This would go ahead and give you indications. It does not promise. It gives you indications that this is what the person would get as a spouse. This is what is packaged, this is what it looks like. Now I'll tell you how much is it, how true is it, and how exactly you would get a person who has, say for example, let's take an example. Say you got somebody where you got someone who has Venus as his or her Dhara Karaka. Now, being Venus being the Dhara Karaka, you have high expectations and hopes that yes, okay, my spouse would be that one, would be very romantic, would be very, very loving, and you see what exactly Venus is, something who would love luxurious stuffs, who would love brands, and we would have beautiful chemistry between us. But then what happens? You get married to this person, and then this person doesn't stand up to your expectations. Now, where exactly the Venus has gone, you would realize that there's some astrologer who told me that okay, your Dhara Karaka is Venus, so Venus will go ahead and promise you something which is something very, very beautiful. Now, most of us might not be aware about the dignity of planets. Every time when I'm doing any topic, whether it is exaltation, whether it is Ashtak Varga, whether it is anything, I talk about the dignity of a planet. Say for example, Venus is at 4 degrees on your chart. Venus is at 4 degrees on your chart, and for some reason it is afflicted. It is afflicted, or else, say for example, Venus is in debilitation, or for some reason Venus is getting spoiled, or it's being aspected by harsh planets. Now you can understand when Venus is going to be your Dhara Karaka, what do you expect in your spouse? What kind of a spouse you're going to get? Now there are exceptions where your spouse's chart will have a very good Venus, or a very good promising 7th house, or a very promising 4th house, that the marriage will be successful. I'm not saying the marriage will not be successful, but when you have high hopes, considering okay, Venus is my Dhara Karaka, this is what I want and this is what I'll get, it does not work that way. You need to be extremely careful when you're telling people. Say for example, you've got moon as Dhara Karaka. Okay, you've got moon as a Dhara Karaka. Like I have my Dhara Karaka being moon, and touch wood, I have a husband who is It's a blessing for me. Moon is that nurturing energy, that beautiful caring energy which gives you that security that there is someone. It is not just the Venus which takes care of marriage. It's not the Jupiter which takes care of marriage. There are many other aspects which would take care of marriage, or else, that specific aspect of family life. Moon being one, because if we understand, if we didn't have that kind of nurturing from our mother, if the first house, the ascendant, didn't get the nurturing from the second house, today we would have not been what we actually are. Marriage is the same thing, it needs nurturing. It just doesn't need to see that, okay, the Dhara Karaka is placed, you know what, I have my Dhara Karaka as Venus, that's it, marriage would happen beautiful, we would have a lovely life. It doesn't work that way. There are many other aspects which are taken into consideration. One being, say for example, I told you, moon being the Dhara Karaka. You will get all the benefit, aspects, you'll get all the benefit qualities in your husband or else your wife, who would take care of you, who would love you, who would nurture you, who would nourish you, who would pamper you, who would give you what you require, not just materialistic things. I have couples where the husbands are doing all the possible things in terms of materialistic things. But when that love and the affection and nurturing is missing, the relationship is empty. Before getting into the Dharakaraka stuff, make sure you see the dignity of your planet also. Until and unless you see the dignity of that planet, how do you expect something from that planet? And this is something which we are going to analyze for your spouse's chart. You're not even talking about your chart, you're talking about your spouse's chart, somebody who's going to get married to you. So whenever you see Dhara Karaka, you see the dignity of your Dhara Karaka. Okay, whatever is your Dhara, whether let it be moon, Mars, maybe somebody tells you, oh, you're getting Mars as your Dhara Karaka, your spouse would be, very energetic and always aggressive and always entering into a tiff with you and arguing over things, but then what if your Mars is debilitated? What if it doesn't have any strength? You wouldn't get a spouse who would be even saying a single word to you. Things would be beautiful. So don't jump to conclusions. Understand the concept of Dhara Karaka before you go ahead and just say that yes, this is what it is, this is what I'll be. Because at times what I've seen, many a times I would see, now you watch my video, you say, okay, this is what Mars is, this is what Venus is. Okay, the Ketu Dhara Karaka would be very isolated, a person who is highly isolated. At times, there would be no intimacy, there would be no love. This person would only be into meditation, he's headless, so he's only looking for spiritual goals. But what if your Ketu has a connection with Venus, or else Ketu itself is sitting in exaltation, wherein the person is not much into spirituality. It's a very normal person who's living his day to day life. Would like to enjoy his married life and be blessed. So always reading the book or else understanding the book by its cover, it's not right. I've made a video on exaltations and why exactly a planet is exalted in a specific degree, and you can even watch that. Both my videos, these two videos which we've done, will be uploaded by the end of the day. We try that we upload our videos by the end of the day or else the next day, and we try to give you most of the information. So do like the video and subscribe to our channel. God bless you all.